Mid to late 30s. Pulse 150 and thready. BP 75 over 40.
What's your ETA? Kathy asked.
15 minutes, maybe 20. It's fucking snowing out here.
Olivia stood up. Paul, I've got to go. She hung up the phone and raced to the treatment room. Call Jonathan, she said as she passed Kathy. Jonathan Kramer was not Olivia's favorite physician to work with, but he was the backup physician tonight, and he lived closest. He could be here in seconds. She was soaping her hands and wrists at the treatment room sink when Jonathan arrived.
Gunshot, huh?
He said as he rolled his shirt sleeves over his beefy forearms.
We'll stabilize her and fly her up to Emerson.
Olivia turned on the EKG monitor. We haven't even seen her yet.
She's going to need a trauma unit.
Olivia began setting up the intubation tray. Jonathan had last worked in a sleepy Louisiana hospital. Gunshot wounds were probably not his area of greatest confidence. He had been here a little over a year, the first physician hired by the new freestanding emergency room, the only emergency facility serving North Carolina's Outer Banks. She'd been told she'd be on an equal plane with him, with equal say in all decisions made. Yet she often wondered if someone had neglected to pass that information on to Jonathan. Let's see her first, she said. They had the treatment room ready by the time the two paramedics wheeled the woman into the ER. Her shirt and bra had been cut off. The bullet hole in her left breast was deceptively small and bloodless. That could mean only one thing. The bullet had penetrated the heart. Olivia felt a rush of adrenaline. Surgery was the only possible course of action, and they had no time to waste. Get the surgical tray, she said to Kathy.
What?
Jonathan was helping one of the paramedics fit the inflatable mask trousers on the woman's legs.
Forget it, Olivia. Let's get her out of here and up to Emerson.
Get me 2 units of O-negative packed cells, she said to Lynn as she checked the woman's vital signs. It would take the helicopter 40 minutes to fly her to Emerson, probably longer in the snow, and at least another 15 minutes before she could get into surgery. She won't make it, she said. Kathy produced the surgical tray. The instruments rattled against one another in her trembling hands. She had pinned her dark hair up, and Olivia wished she'd thought to do the same. Her fine brown hair was a little longer than chin length, and each time she lowered her head it slipped forward, like blinders.
You can't be serious, Jonathan said. We're not set up for anything like this.
50 over 30, Lynn said. I can't get a radio pulse. Hang normal saline wide open, and do a cut-down, please, Jonathan, Olivia said. This woman needed blood fast.
Olivia, this isn't the goddamn District of Columbia. She needs a trauma unit.
Start a bicarb bolus, she said to Lynn, and epinephrine, and get that blood hung. Then she turned to Jonathan. Look, we can ship her up to Emerson, and you and I both know she'll die on the way. Working on her here might not be ideal, but it's the only chance she has. She turned back to the table and did the cut-down herself, slipping the scalpel into the blue vein in the woman's groin. She picked up the large bore needle. I can do it. Kathy took the needle from her and fitted into the vein. Her hands no longer trembled, and Olivia admired her for getting her fear under control so quickly. Jonathan glowered at her.
I won't be a part of this. I'm calling the helicopter.
He turned on his heel and walked out of the room. Olivia stared after him, dumbfounded. I don't believe it. She turned to one of the paramedics. Call Dr. Shelley, she said. Tell him to get over here stat. She began swabbing betadine on the woman's chest and side. Then she slipped her hands into the sterile gloves Lynn held out to her. Maybe we should send her up, Lynn said quietly. Perspiration glowed on her forehead. We're going to do our best for her, Lynn. Olivia picked up a second scalpel from the tray and noticed the tremor in her own hand. She was suddenly aware of being the only physician in the room. Steady, come on, steady. She set the scalpel between the woman's ribs and felt all her concentration flow into the task ahead of her. She bore down. No blood at all. She cut deeper, through the layers of muscle, until she reached the heart cavity. Blood suddenly gushed from the wound she'd created. It poured down the front of her scrubs and onto the floor.